the Geek Perspective. I am your host, Roy. On today's show, we have Aragon, well, however the hell you say this.
Eragon. This one's not a Japanese
Aragon.
movie this
And
time.
this is Derek's review, as you can probably assume. So, what's going on, fellas? What's
couple
shaking?
couple more weeks till vacation.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Where you going? Anywhere or
Going to Alaska.
really?
Gonna cruise the Pacific.
He's going,
Nice.
he's going to buy a laptop there.
No,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'll just steal one out of the boat.
There you go. That's cool though. That's one place uh that's part of the United States that I've never been to that I really want to go is Alaska. I really, really want to go.
I hear the cruises there are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 9-day cruise, I believe.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice.
5 stops, and I think I'm doing 4 excursions.
Did your girlfriend go with you?
No, this trip was already
that's
planned
great.
like maybe a month or two when we started dating. So kind of
Yeah.
like a big risk to say, hey,
Yeah.
want to throw down like $2,000 to go on a cruise?
Yeah. Were you going with anybody or?
It's a family trip.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah, you'll have fun.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Gonna get drunk on my birthday.
Nice. I can't even drink because of the stupid psoriasis. Can't drink, can't have caffeine. Just can't, it's like Jesus Christ.
I don't know what I would do without my caffeine, man. I feel for you, buddy.
Oh. Maybe this is getting better, but I don't know. But anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our show, hit that little bell. That way you stay informed to all our great content because we got some great stuff going on. And subscribe to the channel and share the video. Show all your friends of our greatness. And make sure you comment below. Suggest some movie reviews, TV show reviews, what you want us to talk about, how many pops you guys have in your collection, whatever. Just talk to us. Let us know what you're thinking. And if you want to say, hey, how you doing? But other than that, just do it. All right. So now we have Hergon. She came back. And Derek, off to you.
All right, so Eragon is based off of a book. I believe it is a trilogy. I have not read the book. And when this movie came out in 2007, I loved it. I think I watched it 5 or 6 times in about a week. Going back to rewatch it, my opinion has changed slightly. Unfortunately.
Don't they always though?
They do.
Yeah.
It's even worse when the opinion changes negatively.
Wait. I know you have this view of a film or a TV show, whatever it is. You're like, wow, either good or bad. And then you watch it again, it's like,
Yeah.
I think it was just because it just happened to
that's
be
the
like
same film.
I think it might have been when I went through like the Dragons Are Awesome phase. So because it's about a dragon.
I thought the dragon was pretty cool, actually. That was my favorite part of the whole stupid film.
You're like it blew my mind like when the voice came out, but then you're like, oh wait, it's telepathic. She's not really speaking.
It was because it was a female voice. So I was like, that's awesome.
I was
Like,
not
nice.
expecting that.
Nope. No, not at all.
But so the premise for this one is the king that is ruling the country or continent or whatever they're on. He was a dragon rider who turned on the dragon riders and killed all of them by killing the dragon riders themselves, or which would in turn kill the dragons apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Which was that I thought that was pretty interesting storyline.
That was very cool.
Or they would just kill the dragons, but the surefire way and the easiest way would be to kill the rider, as it was a direct link. So you learn a little bit. They have a different take on the dragons. They'll only hatch from their eggs when they feel the presence of the person they chose to be their rider, no matter how many years it takes.
Are they all the same color, the eggs?
I don't think they are, but it's tough to tell again because that was only the only movie. I think it had a lot of negative reviews, so they never finished the trilogy.
Yeah, I heard nothing good about that film when it came out.
I was kind of disappointed that I heard nothing good, but it was like all the people saying like, "Oh, it's so different from the book," and like watching it for this, I felt like it was like a fast pace, like they rushed through a lot of stories. Like even though I didn't read the book, like I could tell like there was so many things like they didn't spend time.
I don't
on
want to cut you off or get you behind or anything, but you know his brother or cousin that leaves, give it to the farm.
Yeah,
Who is he? He looks very familiar to me. You know who the actor is? Like what he was in?
I'll have to look it up.
Because I'm like, I can look it up. I can figure it out. It's very familiar to me.
Yeah, I'll try to look it up. While at least
All right,
keeps going.
Interrupt you.
But so this kid, Eragon, he's living with his uncle and his cousin. The uncle raised him. I don't know. I don't think they said why the parents either abandoned him or they died or something.
It's the big one.
All of a sudden, this dragon egg magically appears into this boy's lap, pretty much on the farm.
I want a dragon egg.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So it first hatches. He's surprised that it was a dragon.
Yeah,
so he tries
would
to
be
give
kind
it.
of surprising.
He tries to give it milk, and it just rips the bag open or the sack that it poured it in, and then the thing finds a rat and I'm just gonna eat the rat.
Bring him over here. We have plenty of mice and cats you can eat.
So the movie is that he's on a journey after the king learns that there's another dragon, so he's trying to find the dragon, find him so he can kill it, and there's no more threat to him. So he's on this journey. He meets a past dragon rider. His dragon has passed away. It was killed years ago. So the guy trains him to be a dragon rider. They fight some magician for the evil king. They didn't really explain his power too well either. It's like, oh, he's dark, and he has this power, like this one or two powers that like summon orcs and other magical beings. They have an epic fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of ended like they were gonna do a sequel, but they never did the sequel.
I think it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like definitely some plot missing. I don't know what they were missing.
It was weird. It was
Like
really weird.
But it was like you could tell they were leaving things out, and you
Yeah.
could also tell like it was rushed. Because like some of the characters, like I felt like, oh, okay, they're just there in the movie.
Like his cousin, who I'm leaving. One, why was he leaving? Two, where was he going?
See, I feel like that could have been something that could have been answered in the movie too.
Right. Oh, it's in the second movie.
It's possible. Like I didn't read the book, so again, I'm not.
I mean, you're right. There could have been something left out, figuring, oh, we'll just tell the story of the next film, and it got panned so bad. Maybe they're like, no.
But like even the lady that he saves, and like she's the one that sent him the egg in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
She sent the spell. Like there's really no explanation of her character except she was from another land.
She had the egg.
And she had the egg.
Yeah.
And she was born to protect it.
Yeah. Don't scramble the egg. That's all she had to remember.
What did you guys think about the movie?
Go ahead, Tom.
Oh, not a fan. Not a fan at all. At all. I mean, I liked some of the cast. I did. You know, obviously John Malkovich, the man. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's always the same in every movie. I think he's great. Rachel Weisz, you know, younger then too. She's great, but other than that, I not my style of film personally. I
told Roy like while we were off the air for this, taking our break, like it could have had like a Lord of the Rings kind of feel to it, but they didn't do that.
Yes, I agree.
And I feel like that's a lot of the disappointment right there. Like it wasn't into that depth as far as like the fantasy goes, even though like the scenic shots were great. I like the mountain scenes in the forest.
The scenic scenes were really cool. I'll give you that. But it was everything I expected. I expected issues, and there were issues. It was your typical fantasy movie. I gotta say, I like the scenes, but there seemed to be a lot of holes.
Yeah.
Or unanswered questions. But what I did love was Joss Stone. I don't know how you couldn't remember to say Joss Stone is in this movie. And if you guys don't know who she is, you guys have no clue about music.
No, she's great. Great singer. Oh God, I remember when she first came out. She was 16 years old. Her first hit, and she would be on stage in bare feet. And yeah, she. I mean, I just remember seeing her and being like, "Wow, a 16-year-old can sing like that!" Like,
voice. You think she's an older black woman?
Yeah, I mean, she had soul to her voice. It was like a combination of like Janis Joplin and Aretha Franklin and just all these powerful women all put in one. and put into this 16-year-old British girl, you know, and I mean, it's not like she's a little girl. She's you know, I'm not saying she's overweight or anything. She's just taller and stuff, but yeah, she's got. I agree with you. I haven't heard her in a long time, Roy. It's funny that you bring that up. It's been a while, but yeah, great singer.
Actually, you know what would have been a good idea with her since they had her for the movie? She should have did like they did with Ed Sheeran. She could have just sang her own song during the credits. That probably would have got some good reviews.
Yeah.
Would
have been a lot better.
Yeah, would have.
But yeah, so I just wasn't a big fan because all the issues they had. It just seemed to be like I don't know who said it, but it was like rushed through holes.
And like it was tough to tell if it like the holes in the rush job was because they were like, oh, we'll just fix it in movie 2, or if it's just because they just straight out rushed the story.
Just screwed it up, yeah. But either way, it didn't go well for them.
No.
And for a cast that you had like John Malkovich, it's like, geez, you think you would have
had a decent cast for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a decent cast. That's my problem too. Like
other stuff.
Fantasy, man, like we've been spoiled with fantasy films in the last 20 years ish, you know, between Lord of the Rings and, you know, just think about all the Hobbits and any of these fantasy films. So I think that too, you know, having all those films that are just great fantasy films are make it even seem worse to me. And then on top of that, I'm not a huge fantasy guy. Like I wasn't huge into Lord of the Rings. I'm still not huge into Lord of the Rings. Honestly, it's got to be really compelling, like Game of Thrones style fantasy for me to really get into it. It's got to really hook me, kind of be adult, and yeah. So for me, it already added disadvantage for it being fantasy, and then the fact that it's not great makes it even worse for me personally. That's just my thoughts, you know.
No, I hear you. I'm with you on that 100%.
Yeah, although I would say like one of the effects I liked because like throughout most of the movie, the dragon could not breathe fire.
Yes,
but it was cool.
Yeah,
that it was able to create like that glass.
That was very
coffin.
Cool. I can't breathe fire, but I can do this.
That's fucking better.
Yeah,
that's way better.
I was like,
you went from a cremation to like crystallization.
Yes, I'm like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. That was probably the best part of the film, actually. Now that you mentioned.
Yeah, that was very cool. Yeah. Very cool.
So, Roy, how many dragon eggs will you give the movie?
I'm gonna be 2.5 stars. 2.5 eggs. One egg broke.
One egg hatched early.
Yes, it's scrambled eggs.
How about you, Tom? How many dragon eggs are you going to give it?
Well, I'm glad Roy didn't take mine. I'm going 2.75. That was my all the way 2.75. I was like, please don't say 2.75, Roy, because then I'll have to change mine. But yeah, I was gonna go 2.75 eggs, dragon eggs.
Yeah, see, like if I did this back like when I first watched it, I probably would have gave it like a 4.7 or something like that. But after watching it and seeing like all these holes and shit, I'm like, oh, I'm bringing it all the way back down to normal of 3.
3, yeah, that's fair.
And if I read the book and find out how much information is actually missing, I'll probably drop the rating even more. But yeah, and so definitely not the best fantasy movie, but they could make it better if they wanted to redo it.
It could have been a lot better, actually. I'm not a huge fantasy
and with
guy,
all the stuff that you can do now.
But it's with everything, even back then, though, like the dragon was cool.
I feel like that
you had some cool characters. If they just told the story better, scenes were very pretty, very like, wow, that's cool. You know,
I would have been even interested to see who they had cast for the evil dragon.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was like James Earl Jones.
That was cool too. It was like, oh, look at that badass, you know? Like, oh, there's gotta be a part 2. And I was gonna ask you, was there a part 2? And you answered the question. I'm like, man.
I mean, based on watching it, you're like, well, it didn't deserve the sequel.
Well, sometimes,
but sometimes
part 2 is better than the first one. That's not been a lot, but sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. So every once in a while.
And after watching this bad movie, If there's, I would actually watch it to see.
Keep it up better.
Right, and maybe fill in some of the holes, like you had said. You know. You guys have any final comments, guys?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
we
It was like,
we hated on this movie enough.
we're good. Yeah, no,
You can't like them all, folks. You know what I mean? We're giving our honest opinions. We're not going to like every movie. We go into these movies not having seen them sometimes, or haven't seen them in 10 years, and we're not going to like them all. So,
well, I have to admit, I went into this movie not wanting to watch this film, and now I feel bad for hating the movie so much because it did have potential. Like to me, it goes back to the dragon, and when the dude hit the outside of the egg, he went clunk, 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 like that. I'm like, that's cool. You know, I'm like, you saw my notes. I'm like, I want a blue egg. You know, I want one. You know, so I mean, it could have sucked me in, but it just they just didn't do a good
Maybe
enough
now
job.
that they got pops, maybe they'll just make a blue egg pop.
I want a blue egg pop. Hey, you pop guys, make a blue egg pop. All right, guys. I want to thank you all for watching this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that bell to keep informed. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Comment on those stuffs. And comment on this video. Let us know what you want us to review. Come and say hi. You want to pick on Derek and his pick for Eragon? Feel free. For Tom, Derek, and myself, have a geeky, great weekend.
Enjoy your evening.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.